certainly the best. ITV.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV.
Good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. Every Thursday afternoon, you are assured of in-depth analysis because my guests are always ready to dissect the topic in your interest. This is 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agbonlaho. It's always a delight to have you. And I must tell you that a lot is happening in Nigeria. And while we look forward to the 2027 general election, you may be looking at it that, oh, it's still far. But there's a build-up, there's politicking, there's build-up to that process. And a lot is happening, cross-carpeting, defection, strategizing, politicians of like minds, congregating, coming together, registration of new parties. A lot is happening. But there is one very disheartening situation that we've noticed, and that is political violence and voter apathy. We have a new INEC chairman, and there was an election, area council election in the FCT, the capital of Nigeria, and so many persons said, oh, this is the litmus test to what INEC can do even in the 2027 election. And what happened? Voter apathy. Very few persons in certain polling stations. In Benin City, just about on the 24th precisely, we'll be getting reactions. About 3 days ago, there was mayhem in Benin. And you won't believe it. The house, the residence of a former governor of Edo State, a former permanent secretary who became governor of Edo State, highly respected, a man in his 80s. A political meeting was going on and gunmen attacked, unknown gunmen. So that's the premise of our discussion, and I have with us today the chairman of IPAC, Dr. Bishop Akalame. IPAC is an organization of different political parties, and he's their chairman. So he's well suited to dissect this issue. Dr. Bishop Akalame, nice to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, International.
Okay.
Good afternoon, viewers.
We also have with us a very astute politician, youth leader, former SSA to Governor of Edo State, Comrade Collins Amadi. Nice to have you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Egosa. Good afternoon, viewers at home.
It is believed that once you are SSA to the governor, you always enjoy it. I mean, the enjoyment is still in you. We can still see it. It has not dried up. Okay, so that's Collins Amadi for you. Let's get started with the comments of the IPAC chairman, Dr. Bishop Akalame. Now, some persons are of the opinion that the democracy in Nigeria ought to be protected, but some persons want to destroy it. Political violence. Now we are now having voter apathy during election. What's your opening remark?
Thank you very much, International. It's a very great concern to the Edo State Party Advisory Council.
Okay.
Because it is the umbrella of all the registered political parties in Nigeria.
Okay.
And what we start for is to promote peace among political parties, to ensure that during election there is peace, and after election there is also peace. What is important is that the person that the people need in an election emerge, and who is capable to deliver the dividend of democracy to them. But the situation where people have taken upon themselves out of greed, out of selfishness, maybe they are being voracious, taking about themselves. They take it upon themselves that they will not allow a very smooth electoral process, where credible leaders will emerge. We say no. In IPAC, we stand for peace. So in Edo State, that is why it is a new dawn for IPAC in Edo State. Because what we are going to be doing is we are going to embark on campaign back to back to ensure that elections in Nigeria, in Edo State, are peaceful. Because we cannot operate in a society where there's no peace. And then when we begin to promote violence during election and after election, what we are doing is that it will affect our democracy. Because in IPAC we have to deepen democracy. So if we are not there to ensure that there's peace in the electoral process, then we'll be giving room to what is called dictatorship. Because we're not giving power to a particular political party. Because the way it is right now, we have about 21 political parties now in Nigeria. So they must be allowed to operate in their own space.
Okay.
So political party secretariats must be respected, because that is where they hold their meetings, that is where they operate. So we want to say that whosoever that is involved in anything they are doing, it has to do with violence, they have to stop. Because we need peace. If there's no peace in the state, there's no way even the governor of Edo State can deliver on his promises to the people. It is when we have peace that we can dwell among each other and embrace peace and embrace all the good dividends of democracy. And that is what we stand for. And I believe with our campaigns we are going to embark on back to back, the next election that will be coming to Edo State, the 2027 general election, will be as peaceful as the graveyard.
Thank you very much. Collins Amadi, even the footage on the screen depicts what transpired recently when some politicians, even a notable name, a former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and others, were in a very crucial meeting, and the next thing, gunshots, sporadic gunshots, and attack. Now, the governor of Edo State, distinguished Senator Modu Okpebholo, has publicly cleared the air by condemning the attack. So that means nobody should point accusing fingers to the ruling party. If the governor has said that is not in support of violence, So, what's your remarks? What's your opening remarks?
International, as Bishop we call you. Thank you very much. But it's quite unfortunate that even at the first stage, we saw the opposition trying to cry where they ought not to cry.
Okay.
Because they ordinarily know where their problem was coming from. Now, this high-heartedness. If we continue to say, let there not be violence, for there not to be violence, leaders must learn to do the right thing at all time.
Okay.
Now, though even Chief Rolando Weir, the former senator himself, though he has his own baggages in his bag, but even at that, he was one of those who joined the other group in the ADC to have cried loud that the high-heartedness of their quote-unquote national leader from the state, former governor Odigi Oyegun, was uncalled for. He even said to that father, that was why they drove him from APC, because of all this is high-heartedness attitude. Now, in ADC in Edo, you have Atiku fashion and you have the Obi fashion, and you even have the Amechi fashion. Those ones they are not that desperate because they are actually looking for a deputy presidential candidate slot. But for those who felt their principal must be the presidential candidate, have continually acted with high level of supremacy above the other one in ADC, and that has led to their fight over the time. Now you ask me, why should APC leadership attack ADC one flat quarter that they are in that quarter? On what ground? As in, like what is happening? Who has joined them? Who is the fear there that will make that even happen? You know, when you don't call the spade, you continue to see things like this. And we want to change the system. And we are lying inside the system. Why don't you clean up your house that is so dirty that you already know? Now, they have cried at the meeting they were to have with Peter Obi. They segregated the other articles leaders who are also ADC people. And based on that, they feel no, it shouldn't be done. Whether it's Atiku that visit or it's Obi that visit, so long as within ADC, all the leadership across the board must be carried along. And based on that, we will give you people problem. And that was why they were giving them problem. But it's quite unfortunate that at this century, people are still using gun and iron to fight. But just to tell you that even those who want to redeem Nigeria are not redeemed. So we must be careful with people we follow. Now, for example, they wanted to host such a meeting. Should Odighe Oyegun's house be used? For example, should the gate be locked if it is a party that is democratic and open to all and sundry? No, I'm not speaking for them, yes. But I'm telling you where their problem come from. That they are deliberately avoiding to tell Nigerians the truth and saying they wanted to assassinate them. If they want to assassinate somebody, don't you move on the road? Would they come to during a meeting to do assassination? Would they assassinate everybody at the same time? This was just an act of distraction that we will distract you people not to continue with this meeting, not until all those who are supposed to be in the register are there. But because, you know, if they cry among themselves, they will not draw sympathy. Then they need to bring out the name of Edo State government. They need to bring out APC, as if APC were there when they started their quarrel. Now let me also tell you, why will Obi continually be associated with violence? Anywhere he goes, you create problem. You just, is he the only presidential candidate that they have in ADC? Why this desperation of always wanting to come and claim something where there is none? The more you continue to make yourself available at the market to buy groundnut, to create gun, to say somebody not pay person balance, that is not how you lead. That is not what makes leadership. Let's be principle about all this. It's not by how many markets can you visit in a month. So you continue to do this? You go to somebody's burial ceremony, camera must come and carry everybody. Why don't you tell us the donation you make to those people? How many scholarship we are expecting him to be showing Nigerians? Like 2,000 scholarship I gave on healthcare, I gave on education to people in Southeast, North Central. You see the way we see MKO rise, MKO this, MKO scholarship. These are things that are supposed to be engaging themselves. After this election, at what impact have they made on Nigerians that they feel they want to impart? Now you are selling your beer parlor everywhere. Okay. But the gain that is coming from the beer, who are you using them for? And you are coming to come and be grandstanding and giving people names that they are not supposed to bear name.
We'll come back to you. Collins is not a police officer, but he seems to have carried out his own investigation.
Yes, very well we have.
His own investigation, but we are not saying that his investigation is authentic. His comments are his personal comments and does not reflect the station stance on this platform. Well, we are looking at political violence, a broader topic in Nigeria, not just only Edo, but we know that what happened in Edo is very disheartening, and you can see that the emotions have been involved because we don't want violence.
Not at all.
Bishop Akalame has said that IPAC is doing everything possible to ensure that all political parties eschew or shun violence and
create eternal democracy peace in their parties.
Yes. So, Bishop Akalame, yes, the issue now, you saw what happened while this meeting was going on. The police has already confirmed that, yes, the Edo State Police Command is aware of what happened. But we must wait for the police to give us their reports. We must wait for the Edo State Police Command to conduct a thorough investigation into the issue, because until then, we cannot tell you who was responsible for the shooting, whether APC members or whether already APC has distanced themselves that they are not involved. The Edo State government has also cleared the air, has condemned the act. So we don't know who carried it out. That's why I use the word on no government. Until we get police investigation reports, then we'll know those behind, and we know that the police will surely prosecute whoever they arrest regarding. But it's so painful that we are yet to know the identity of those who carried out that act, because very high profile persons were actually in that meeting and their lives must be preserved. So, Dr. Akalame, moving forward, how do we, prevent this kind of things, like what happened during the ADC meeting?
Yeah, good. There are possible solutions to all this because the results are not quite friendly. When we begin to have political violence, what happens is that a lot of people during election, during voting, they refuse to go to field to vote. This is one of it. And when this happens, it affects democracy.
Sure.
And I want to say something that sometimes the followers have to be very careful. There are times the leaders, political leaders, have not given instruction on what to do. You see some followers, they begin to begin to take some decision, which the leader is not approve of, and that he will never even ratify. Just because you feel that if I do this, I will be on the good book of that particular leader you are following. This is not good. It's not fair for our democracy. You don't take political power by force. You don't achieve political goal by inflicting injury on people, by intimidation. We say no. You don't intimidate people because you want to achieve something. Like I say, if 3 of us are looking for a political position, maybe I'm contesting for governorship election, and he's contesting, and you're contesting, then you present yourself to the people. Canvass them. Present your manifesto to them. Okay? Say your policies to the people. If they love what you have for them, they will vote for you. You don't force the people. You don't force yourself on the people. This is what we have always said to the people. Now, the way it is right now, those followers who act on the body language, I call it perceived body language, because you may not even know, because you feel that it's an opponent. Let me go there. When I destroy the activities, then he will know that I'm working. It is not so. Those people you have to stop. But we must move forward. If we say Nigeria is a giant of Africa, we will begin to do things that other countries will begin to model. So what are they going to model now in our democracy? Characterized with what? Violence. You go to field, somebody must go to the hospital. You go to field, a ballot box will get missing. So this will discourage people not to go to the field to vote. Okay, look at what happened in Abuja. A lot of people were in their houses. They didn't go out to vote. As I was in my house, I was calling, what is going on there? A lot of people didn't go out. Because people are already afraid. You have a family. You have a daughter, you have a son you love so much.
Yes.
That you will not just like to die and leave him or her in this way, wicked world. So you are trying to protect yourself. This is what is happening. We have to what? We have to shun political what? Violence. Because it will lead to apathy. And what it leads to apathy, it destroys our democracy. Yeah. So what we need to do in this election is this. Tell the people what you are going to do. Let the people see you as somebody who can change the narratives. Don't force yourself on the people. Then if we can have this, then we are good to go. So we are still going to talk to INEC because there are a lot of programs we are going to be doing, even in collaboration with the National Registration Agencies. We have to enlighten the people. Serious voter education. Serious one.
Yes.
Because a lot of people seem not to have the knowledge of what is happening. We are democracy. We are no longer a military regime. Why do we have to take over power just by inflicting pains in other people? So this one, we have to leave it for the police. What can I actually say that party A did this, party B did this? So whatever we are doing is what insinuation. So what we need to do, it is the job of the security agencies. And let me tell you, they are doing a lot. I can tell you that the Deputy Commissioner of Police called me yesterday and said he's worried that the Commissioner of Police want to see us. Please, am I talking to the IPAC chairman? I say yes. Because of that, now we're having a meeting we're having a security parley with the Commissioner of Police on Monday. About 2 hours ago, the DSS called me. Political party, I want to see you. It's what they care. They want to see that the Edo State is secured. That's why they are doing their job. But people will not know. But we know. We stakeholders will know. So nobody will know that we are going to hold those meetings now. But hey, we are having with the Commissioner of Police. We are also having with the DSS. They want to ensure that Edo State is peaceful in all areas, politically, everywhere. But I tell you that where all stakeholders bring this on the table, forget it, we will all smile.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bishop. We wish you success in such security meetings, because what happened a few days ago where Peter Obi and some other high-profile persons, a former governor of Edo State, and very high-profile persons, actually, it's very disheartening that was happening right in the heart of Benin. But Collins, Amadi, I must come back to you. Do you think it was right when the governor of Edo State said Peter Obi must take permission before he visits Edo? There was a comment that the governor made, because some persons are now saying, oh, the governor made that statement. They want to connect it, even though we cannot allow that, because only, like Bishop said, only the police investigation report can authenticate what happened.
Now, let me tell you, for those who have followed up Peter Obi's activities and his kind of politics, you must be very careful around him. The reason is, the governor said what he said was not on the ground of wanting to intimidate him or wanting to give him a deterring action. No, he had always said, protocol demands, even if it's Amechi that is coming, because there's nothing too special about Obi, but for the fact that you are a former governor, or you are a personality, or you are coming to meet a gathering more than 10, there should be protocol demands that you inform statutory bodies, and the chief security officer of the state is not left out, and by so doing can then remind the commissioner of police or the security apparatus that please make sure that area is well protected and violence does not come up. And it's just normal thing. But here, when you are playing politics of oversabi, or let them say I'm on top, you feel you can undermine and just be moving. But when anything happens, they say, oh, the governor could not secure his state. There are always violence. Okay, imagine the one that he came the other time, that someone died just because they said people were running after him. 2 people had issue, they pushed themselves, and it led to fracas. And at the end of the day, someone died. And you think the governor is happy to lose the citizen? This same governor we know, and we know how passionate he is about the people. It's not something that he should celebrate. For a governor that is organized, you can see we have had issues, either Arewa or some Fulanese issues that have happened over the time. You saw how he has intervened in some cases.
Are you referring to the Ekpoma issue where he had to
all
the way to the north to ensure that there
that is why he has to even create an opportunity of the Arewas and the Igbos sometimes having representative people in government, just to create relationship and peaceful cohesion.
So are you saying Governor Monday Okpebholo is not capable of intimidating opposition in other political parties?
He has the capacity to do if he so wished to, but he is not that kind of a governor. By their fruit you shall know them. See him, see his kind of disposition and the way he behaves. You should know that he is not a violent man ordinarily, except for those who want to create cheap popularity. Then they can begin to wear him a uniform that is not his. But however, the people knows the truth. If there are certain leaders that you know that, man, if you dare them or offend them, they can go SY. Even people cry sometimes now and say, oh, how come those people that they know that were even insulting the governor, fighting the governor, are even taking leads of his appointees today? If he had wanted to go violence, or is the type that say you do me, I do you, do you think those people will have opportunity? And even those who start with him are still at home, are not part of his government, for example? No, I do not think so. But just probably because of his own kind of philosophy that he has. He believes that even when you do wrong yesterday, there is tendency of us doing it right together. And I think that is what he is doing. Even though some persons may not 100% be comfortable with that okay, this is his philosophy. But that is already who he is. And that is a ground of a peaceful person. So he must be appreciated on that. But Peter Obi, for example, cannot use his desperation to want to come and blackmail the system, and we will condone that. We will not. No matter how he tries to formulate it and bring up an issue, no, we are not children. In as much as he is a politician, we are also veteran in the game too. Even though he may be older or younger or at head positions, for the fact that you are head position doesn't mean you are more experienced. So he must also know that he's dealing with people. Protocol demands you are coming, whether it's day or night. Let us do the right thing. See, Oga, when we were in government then, opposition PDP was strong and firm. During Adams' government, there are when PDP want to do their major activities, they send letters. And indeed, the government, even as erratic, some people will say, Comrade Adams, you know, was as a person. He deploys people to make sure the whole thing are peaceful. It doesn't stop it. But you want to do that, you're an island. No man is an island. So Peter Obi, please, If he likes to visit places without obeying protocol or want to be creating problem, those states should be out of his boundary. He can be doing that in most of those states in the southeast, where they can move meeting from here to anywhere. It's not compulsory you want to talk to Edo people, you must come here and do it.
Well,
you can take them to America, or you can take them to Inewi or Abia and do the discussion.
It's not the opposition, Collins Amadi, to tell a former presidential candidate where to hold his meeting.
I'm just suggesting.
Or another political party.
For us to not be having tension. People around Ogbelaka, for example, I visited Ogbelaka yesterday evening.
Yes.
And one of the EA came, Comrade Urema, I said, yes, I came to eat at one of the restaurant there.
Yes.
You know, I was eating in Mama Ogbelaka shop. And that was where I met that woman.
Yes.
And she told me that, hey, well, I'm here,
we don't understand what you're saying. You have to interpret.
She was telling me, Comrade, there was one young man among the party people there, that they were using stick to beat the person that he praised, the person survived. He said, that means it's among them for them to be using stick to beat somebody inside front of secretariat. Things like that are not fine.
We don't know, because Comrade Amadi, we must make it very clear that your comments are your personal comments.
Of course.
Because you are the one that probably witnessed. We didn't say it. So we can't say it's true. We can't say it's true. Well, the program is 60 Minutes Nigeria. My guest, Dr. Bishop Akalame, is the chairman of IPAC, a platform that organizes all the political parties together in Edo State. We also have a APC chieftain, a faithful, APC faithful, Comrade Collins Amadi. I hope you are enjoying the discussion, but we'll be with you after this brief break. Welcome back. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria, a current affairs program where we dissect national issues. My name is Egosa Agbolao. I still have in the studio Dr. Bishop Akalame and Collins Amadi. I must say this, and this is words of wisdom. You cannot fight governments. Politicians must understand that. You must obey the government of the day. No matter how popular you are, no matter how wealthy you are, please do adhere to what I've said. You cannot fight governments, whether at the federal, whether at the state, or at the local government level. So I hope politicians will take it to that. Because if you do that, you have yourself to blame. Dr. Bishop Akalame. Now, we've seen that it's not only in Edo that we experience tension, political crisis, mayhem that was unleashed during the ADC meeting in GRA, Benin City. Even in Kano, the Kwakwaso movement is having problem because the city governor has also defected to the ruling party, the APC, and the National. So, you know, Kwakwaso Tuna is having this problem, and, you know, there's violence everywhere. There is a man that we respect, a scholar, who is respected for his scholarly prowess, Professor Wole Soyinka. He talked about the voodoo democracy. Bishop Akalame, chairman of IPAC, is it voodoo democracy that is in Nigeria? Or are we practicing the real democracy that we know?
Well, you know, the democracy in Nigeria is still evolving. There is a process for everything. You know, Rome was not built in a day. We all believe that whatever it is, we will get there. But what we have to do is that we should not keep learning every day. When we learn, we show some perfection, so that people who are coming can emulate us. So we cannot begin to move around the circle, and we are not, as if we are not making progress. That is where I have problem. So if we are in democracy, I will say, oh, we are a military regime. Now that we are democracy, it is better for us. Government by the majority. Minority may have their say, but majority have their way. So that is how it's supposed to be. That if government take a decision, once the majority, everybody now say, no, government, we cannot take this decision, we don't like it. Government have to backpedal. In an election, if the majority say, this is who we want, allow them to have their way. It is because we don't want the people to have their way. That's why you see that all this political rascality, you are seeing it everywhere because of desperation of some political leaders who want to hold sway to power by force, whether the people like it or not. I tell people, if you want to be a leader, ensure that you have what it takes to affect the people. You don't just want, you see, politics is not a business venture. If you go you have traveled to the country, you have done 1 or 2 businesses and you made money, you now feel that where can I invest this money to make more money? You now choose politics. When you know you don't have what it takes, you don't have the idea, you don't have the mental resources to impart lives, then why are you coming in there? So what I've seen over the years is that the political space is filled up with people without idea. People who actually want to take over the matter of leadership at the detriment of the people, putting their interest first. Nigeria is a project. So the earlier we know that it is a project, the better for us. I have told people that it is because we have a country that we talk about political parties. You see, I'm in party A, I'm in party B. Good. I'm very loyal to my party. I'm a faithful member of party B. You can say that because we are still practicing democracy, and of course we still have a country we can call our own. If Nigeria failed today, and Nigeria failed to exist, that your political party you are loyal to will not be in existence. Because it's just a subset of the existence, which is Nigeria. So that is why we must hold Nigeria like a goalkeeper. That is our project. Irrespective of our political affiliation, we must say, let Nigeria come first. Let Nigeria come first. The problem is this. Even you have the weakest of all aspirants or candidates, you will still choose your own because it emanates or emerges for your political party. And of course, it's not helping Nigerian democracy. It's not helping us to grow. But the reason why we are into politics to ensure that we grow the country economically and develop the country. But when you have leaders who are docile, leaders who do not have what it takes to drive the economy, then we have a problem. They have monetized politics. Monetized politics. That if you don't have the money, irrespective of what you have to bring aboard, people will not listen to you. Today, if you say you want to become the governor of the state, and they know you are a sound candidate, you have what it takes, you are very intelligent, you have idea, the first question they will ask, does he have the money? When you organize debates, they listen. They know you have what it takes to drive the economy. Does he have the money? That's why sometimes I weep for the electorate. Because the same people that have given you 5,000 you voted for, they will call back to reward you with Grady Meshi, wheelbarrow, 2 cups of rice. So, at the end of the day, you continue to complain. Why are you complaining? A lot of electors today that are reading the book of lamentation because of the decision they have made. Why can't you sit down and look at, because a lot of Nigerians are not disciplined financially. Even when they have taken a decision that all is not well, in the next election, I will vote the candidate of my choice. That language will not stand when they see money, even though it is 2,000 naira. Just throw 2,000 naira to them. They will change their mind. It is when they have already voted that when they go say, what have I just done just now? Sometimes they will even vote for the wrong candidate. When they are discussing, he will deny that he voted, but he voted.
Yes.
He voted. Do you know, as I'm here today, in 2007, and then I was already in Lagos. I was in Lagos. During the presidential election, I voted for the former governor of Abia State. What do you call him again? Orji Zokalo. In the unit I voted, I was the only person that voted for him. Do you know I was very proud that I voted, even though he did not win. I was proud that I voted for him. You know why? I look at his antecedent as governor of Abia State and what he did when he was there. I fell in love with him. Even when I was very far, I was in Edo State. I read about him. I said, come on, he's contesting. I will vote for him because I know he did it. He will still do it for Nigeria. I voted for him, but he failed. I was happy because I know I voted right. Nigerians are not voting right. Their vote go the direction of their what? Of their vitiation. Give them 1 error, they will move. Give them 2 error, they will move. When they have voted, you keep complaining. Some of them don't even have PVC. On the day of the election, you will not see them defeat. They will not go there to vote. But those people, they will be the one complain a lot.
And giving results.
That is why I told them now that in this state, when the last meeting, I told the MDS, I told you in the stakeholder meeting, say, in the last meeting we had with INEC, before the general election, Edo Guba election, the total voter registration in Edo State was 2.6 million naira. 2.6 million votes.
You like money too.
Sorry, I love money. 2.6 million voters.
Voters, yes.
Yes, that actually what registered. 2.6 million voters in Edo State. Registered voters in Edo State, 2.6 million. Out of the 2.6 million voters in Edo State, only 2.2 voters have collected their PVC. Only 2.2 million people have collected their PVC. The remaining one all collected with INEC. Now, we are more than 6 million people. Where are the rest? They complain. So that's why now we are back in that complaint. Everybody must register. Get your PVC because that is your power. Once you have it, you become a custodian of power. You don't need to complain.
Thank you very much, Bishop.
Sorry for the money. You know I love money.
Collins Amadi, the way forward. We've seen that in other states, opposition seem to be scared. Opposition members are all complaining that, there's an attempt to turn Nigeria to a one-party state and all of that. But we know that is not feasible in Nigeria. So, how would you counsel the political actors to actually do things right so that the democracy we practice can be regarded as genuine democracy and not a voodoo democracy?
You know the unfortunate thing, my brother Iwosa, when somebody in government talks, it becomes very loud, is well analyzed. When someone who were once in government and part of those who created the failed system that we complained about talk, they become an activist after they have lost authority. And we don't see it as treasonable. We don't see it as inciting violence. Now, you heard Amechi spoke some time ago on television when he said, you must come out and fight for we to defeat Tinubu. Everybody must come out and fight. We must take the fight to him. You are telling people to fight. That is creating an anarchy, which is not supposed to be heard from someone like him who carried Nigeria money to make road to Niger Republic. Someone who created train, railway line outside here but could not even do for his own people. Even the one he has to do, he has to be 1925 rail train and what have you. Now, you heard El-Rufai, my dear friend. He used to be my good friend. You see him saying, we will fight it to the end. We have what it takes. We have even typed the line of the government. So if government can type people's line, we are also typing their line. We are ready for them. Everybody must be ready to fight. Why we all this fight? When you once had power, when you create an anarchy, your children are not there. The other one brought people out and said, let us go and protest. Now you want to protest against an assumed section of the Constitution that you feel we can look into. Do you think we can't do this thing with intellect? We can't do a comprehensive debate and we send a clip or they hear us talk? We analyze the reason why I should be here and there. Then you took your son and said, in case any of you fall down, my son is here as a doctor so that I will treat you people. Not that your son will fall down. In case they fall down. There was no ambulances. Yeah. There was no anything to even show that, come on, we can't continue like this. It is now you want to go and eat corn in the market. We are deceiving ourselves. The unfortunate is that some of our people are still gullible. The same people who were supposed to even be seeing all these people on the road, you start by even say, oh God, why are you here? When you were there, did you change any system? Please, you can't join us while we're on this protest. Please leave here. We are doing this based on those who have not filtered from the ills, not those who have created the ills. But you are allowing them to stand with you, and you think we are doing things that is correct? Nothing is correct there. He that must come to equity must come with clean hands. So I think for us to get this right, we must be genuine and sincere. Even if they have one sin, they can genuinely tell Nigerians, I'm sorry. Even when I had the opportunity, I didn't really have town hall meetings with you guys to be better. Now that I left, I have seen that there are things I was supposed to do that I didn't do. Now I want to join and see how we can make it right. Making it right does not call for you creating problem. Somebody who never created or conducted local government chairman election, I mean, for example, when constitution says you must, then for 8 years you ruled as a governor. For 7 years and 6 months, you did not conduct the election. It was only when you were leaving, you now pick people and put. And you are not telling Nigerians you are a Democrat. How can you be a Democrat? Is it only when it doesn't favor you that you become to be the people? You shout every day people are hungry. But even the products that you do as your own company, you are not serving as an example to say, in my company, I am making bread. Even when others are selling bread for 1,000 naira or 1,005. My own bread, I am selling for 400 naira so that the other Nigerians can enjoy it.
You want it to incur losses.
Oh, you incur losses, but yet you are even creating more pain and you are crying. Can't you incur losses for people to be happy? Can't you subsidize? There were some states at the time when fuel came up. We saw some young men, even business owners, who in their own local government was subsidizing some filling stations for people to buy fuel based on the ground of passion. But thank God we are gradually going over that now. Even while people cry, the way we cried 1 year ago, that we're almost dying, not the way we are now crying now. By the grace of God, things are coming up gradually. Building institution is what we want. That is why I fear that people or Nigerians are not crying to making sure we build institutions that will last us. Like the police, the INEC, National Orientation Agency, as it's talked about just now. National Orientation Agency ordinarily are just like a body that have been placed there that are dormant. They are supposed to be well funded, if not over budgeted. Maybe, you know, some of these agencies too will blow off their budget for government to even allow them access the money they are calling for will be another fear. They will not create a budget that they can easily access and also use it to work for the benefit of the people. Now we have institutions that are all completely looked almost dead. How can we begin to wake all these institutions? Those who have capacity, can we begin to give them opportunity? Now, even when your party wins election, for example, some leaders' children were never there, their cousins were never there, nephews were never there. After doing so much, creating the same vision with maybe the governor, the president, or what we tend to do. When the time comes, because we were part of those sitting to draw up all this map, but when the time comes to be favored, then they call their children who is even unmarried, a 14-year-old boy, and they make them commissioner in different parastatals. They give them opportunity. I don't even want to mention them. Like in my party, for example, the APC in Edo State. If I want to mention them, sometimes we will cry.
No need to go into.
No, I'm giving an instance because we really have nobody we fear. We only respect ourselves. We only respect ourselves. You can hold the money I want to use to buy food, but you can't hold my stomach. But what I'm trying to say is that leaders too, for things to work, they must understand that they say state the vision and they make it clear. When I say the vision, we work the vision together. We should also formulate them together. We are talking about practical governance. For things to work, in as much as it starts from the grassroots, it must move on. That is where we can get it. Like I am. If my party do things that are not fine, that are not, if I do my own advice and they don't hear, I can go public and do the advice. Yes, so it will be on record.
Okay, thank you
that I
very
have
much.
advised.
Thank you. We are about to conclude the program, and we'll just get the concluding remarks of my guest, Dr. Bishop Akalame. We've talked about violence in different parts of Nigeria in terms of political violence, and we've also talked about how we can actually stop it. So what's your concluding remarks?
Thank you very much. Nigeria is our own. We don't have any other country. No matter the country you have traveled to, no matter how long you stay there, one day you remember to come back to your home. Because be it Isuobo, home is home. So we must come together to build Nigeria. Okay? So irrespective of political affiliation, let's come together and build Nigeria as a project. Let's shun violence. There are these youths that are perpetrating all this violence. Are they forbidden to go and take a form in one of the political parties to contest election? That's what normally ask. Like in my party, where I come from, the Zen Labour Party. Once you are 25 years, we are capable to contest an election. Go and take a form. Contest. We will give them free tickets. Go and contest. You know? So there's no need. You go out there to disrupt political activities. You don't win election by force. You don't intimidate people to win an election. Allow the people to choose who they want as their leader. Allow peace to reign. In this election, anybody that will say they will not give peace a chance, the security agency will get them apprehended and prosecute them.
Thank you. Your concluding remarks. You've not really talked about the voter party. Maybe you talked about that too.
Voter apathy is unfortunate. You know, sometimes when you say voter apathy, people naturally sometimes on election they don't still be sleeping. It's those in the grassroots that will start calling them, knocking at their doors. So if when your party wins or you have done the job, another man takes the glory, subsequently they will become weak to continue to try and start knocking on people's door. And sometimes not that they don't even want to vote, they are watching a particular film. Someone had to disturb them, please now come out and vote. When nobody is really there to remind them, it can just lead to voter apathy. Not because the government is doing badly. No. There must be somebody in the grassroots to wake you up, to tell you let us go. And two, for us to continually stop violence even in party. Let party learn to recognize hard work. Now let me tell you, the violence that have always erupted anywhere Obi goes. Any party he finds himself, he comes with some new people, as quote and unquote, some even young people that don't even have voters card, they are social media patronizers. Then they want to take charge. Now, for example, nothing is wrong for young minds who probably have helped to bring up even the ADC, though they are not well-footed, to be in those meetings. And do you know how they will feel? The original owner of ADC in Edo State, ordinarily, to say, now it's time, you know, after meetings like this with big men, quote and unquote, when they are leaving, they will drop either Ghana must go, or they will transfer for them to drink. And at the end of the day, the same big men that are already filled up from government, the same them will still share that money. And the common man who has been there struggling, that is why you see all these things. This meeting not go hold today, we not go agree, because we not go agree is just starting. Before now in 2027, it's not only ADC. Though this is internal problem they have had, all other parties, their youth and those who have shown commitment over the time are also having their strategic plans to make sure things must begin to be checked. Because if we don't check things, then the Nigeria of a new Nigeria we are talking about will not change. And let it get clear to people's ear that people are getting ready, they are getting set for the regain. Because the game cannot continue to be that monkey they walk about the chop. Because when the game, God even forbid, I know ADC cannot even win anything. If ADC wins, for example, you will find out that the same old men of 1954 or 1920 will still be the ones saying they are leaders. And they will be holding such meetings to take decision on who and who to be in government, to indeed manifest the struggle that some people are already struggling now. Both whether you call it social media or wherever they are doing it. And you think people will be comfortable with that? We are in 21st century, things are changing. And things are changing fastly. We pray things are amended so that it don't get out of hands.
Thank you very much. I must express my gratitude to my guests. You will agree with me that they have done justice to this topic. They've talked about the political violence, they talked about party, voter party, and all of that. Dr. Bishop Akalame, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Collins Samadi, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
your
for
time.
having me.
You represent the youth.
Sure.
And you know the language of the youth. I just hope that political leaders would heed the advice of Collins Samadi and do things right. Empower the youths. Give youth the opportunity. They have the capacity too to be leaders. You know, they have to start from somewhere. On that note, I say thank you for being a part of this week's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria. Bye-bye.
ITV.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
local masquerades from Ute village, whose cult is connected with Obaewari and his mother, Elere, appear on this occasion to bless the Oba. Ekoko is a ritual masquerade that dances to please the guests and the Oba.
ITV, certainly the best.
láti wá o káyán rẹ̀ kẹrù lẹ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ àkọ́kọ́ balẹ̀ tó. Ẹgbọ́n akẹ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti wá o káyán rẹ̀ kẹrù lẹ́wọ́.
Ọmọ nọmba Nedo Ukwu-Akpolokpolo, Ewai II, Oba of Benin, performing during the 2025 Ododua Festival. Ododua Festival is unique as it was organized in honor of Ioba Omoni-Hwoyeme, Ioba Ewai II, as part of activities for her burial rites. The rich traditions and cultural heritage of the Benin Kingdom was showcased when His Royal Majesty Ewai II engaged the floor to perform during Ugie Ododua in the palace ground in Benin City. In the dance performance, the Ogbelaka Royal Drummers supplied the needed impetus and rhythm for the dance. However, tributes are paid by the head of Benin deities to the monarch, who was the cynosure at the event. The event can best be imagined as the spiritual rejuvenation, stunned, spectaculars and guests at the colorful ceremony. 7 masquerades representing 7 spirits and deities conveyed different meaning in company with the head of the deities of Benin, with the Oba of Benin, who exhibited a grand cultural dexterity in his dance steps.
ITV, certainly the best.
Yes, welcome to Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. And today on Viewpoint, we're going to be talking about the current electricity issues and situations that we as business owners, as individuals, are facing in Nigeria, as over 80% of households lack adequate access to grid, as Nigeria's electricity sector suffers from chronic liquidity trap and infrastructural decay, leading to frequent national grid collapses, with generation dropping below 4,200 megawatts, far short of the 4,000 megawatts required for its citizens and population. It is a Viewpoint on ITV, and we're going to be looking at some of the key issues affecting our electricity sector in Nigeria. I am Caroline Okonji.
In terms of security of it, we need light. And based on that, in some areas, it makes it difficult for us when we are on patrol at night. And we are even begging the state government to try and do something, at least by supplying street lights in some area that are dark in the night. In most cases in our community, there are places that is very dangerous, that without light we cannot do anything of such. For so doing, we want, as a matter of urgency, the Edo State government to try and do the needful, so that the security will be okay for us, so that we can be able to work effectively.
The issue of NEPA issue that you came from is very rapid to us, in the sense that the NEPA look as if we are not a citizen of Nigeria, because since a month there's no light in us. We have been passing through. Which NEPA, anytime they came, a minute or 30 minutes to, they will come and bring the light to us. That is, we are not expecting them to come and collect their bill. Indirectly, we are expecting bill from them to come and collect it. Within that hour or 2 hours, you will see a number of people with a ladder. They will come. They will come. And after their collection, there's nothing like light again. They will block us up. I think before we have this light, they mandated us to buy a meter, which we bought individual. We pay through the NDC, we have our transformer here, not through NEPA. Before we got out this light, they mandated us to write an application of submitting it to the NEPA as a will to them. And we work for it. We should not claim ownership. And we fought for the transformer. And after that, again, they came that there is no oil in it. We pay up to 1 point something again. Before, after all that, they came up again, said it was meter issue again, that every community, every houses have to have a meter, which we did. We have to. I have my own receipt. I have my paper meter in my residential house here. So after all that again, they came up with a past bill. We, before we make that transformer, got that transformer, we been black out for 10 years here. They came with a bill to us again that we need to pay a standing bill. We went to Tesame, their office there. After we left the one at the bypass, they were delivering us. Before they now refer us to the one at bypass. I don't want to mention name of the manager there. Got in there again, he said we have to go for all those things, we need to fulfill all those things, which we did. After that, they now on the light for us. As they on the light, not up to a month, we were still in blackout again. So at the end of it, we went again, they said it was according to them, that the electric wiring merge. That was because that they now cut us off again from Iyowa again, which we not pick. We that matter again. The Chiri community, which is the Kabetu, Igbo and Igbo. After that, they brought a light for a week again. After a week, they cut us off again. They said Iyowa is owing. We now went to the office again and told them that if Iyowa is owing, does that mean it affects our community? We are blackout. So I told you this. So before we sort all those things out, we have already made up our mind. We can do away with our neighbor. When our father was living with a lamp and all these things, we were enjoying it. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. So if they feel they want to cut us off from this NEPA issue, they should cut everybody off totally so that we will know that we are not with NEPA. Not that after 3 weeks, they will not bring a light under 2 hours or 3 hours. They will come and collect their money. It's unfair to the masses.
The electricity issues and challenges that BEDC in the state is devastating, in the sense that as a minister, I suffer a lot in terms of electricity. As an individual, not only me, the entire people of Edo State, and not only in Edo State, Nigeria as a whole, we are really facing electricity challenge in the country, in the sense that we are not getting constant light. Even though the tariff of electricity is high, people don't even get the light. I don't know how the government will enhance constant light for the Nigerian people, especially in Edo State here. We are seeing the government are not taking a proactive step towards this direction. But if the government will be able to ensure that people are paying for electricity and they are not getting electricity, government should take a drastic step in this direction by making sure if people have constant light, people will want to pay for it. But a situation where you don't see light, at the end of the month you see BEDC personnel coming to people's house to come to cut lights, is really a problem. My major concern is that let them provide us electricity and people will pay for it. But a situation whereby we don't have constant light, out of 24 hours, people cannot boast of 3 hours light in a day. It's a problem that we are really facing. People who are doing business cannot do business effectively. People who are doing business, they want to make sure their foodstuff does not get spoiled. Nobody can preserve their food again. Even though they cook, you cannot preserve it. Even though electricity for our artisans to work, they cannot get electricity to empower their equipment in order to boost productivity for the entire society. It is really a problem. The state of electricity in our country, in our state, is very poor. Very, very poor. We don't know how government is creating effectiveness on this aspect. We say Nigeria is generating electricity and the neighboring are getting electricity, and the people that are in this country are not benefiting it. Nigerians, we are crying. As a person, I am crying. We don't say as an individual we don't want to pay for electricity. We are not saying that they should give us light for free, but let them make light available and let people pay for it.
They often tell us the national grid is collapsed. So ultimately it's to develop enough capacity the whole process of generation, distribution, and the rest of it. And then the enabling law. The happy thing recently is that they have said is deregulated. State governments and private investors can now enter the electricity market, generate and sell. So we do hope that will be a great deal of improvement, because without electricity, really, we are going to remain in the Stone Age. We cannot industrialize. Even domestically, we cannot have the comfort we should derive from electricity. We should consider all the options, whether the new sources like wind, solar in our country, so that we're able to generate enough for our consumption. The darkness is a cover for any kind of nefarious activity. Yeah, so if the place is not well lit or substantially lit up, people can ordinarily hide under the cover of darkness to perpetrate just anything, not just robbery, kidnapping, and whatever you have. Yeah. Don't also forget that we now have private investors. The government doesn't have so much to do with electricity anymore, apart from regulation. So they also have to maximize their profit. So it may have been a mistake in the first instance, divesting from electricity at the level of government.
Let me talk about the state where I live, where I reside. The total blackout is nothing to write up about. We really suffer when it comes to light. Edo is suffering. I think our governor is trying to, we have to do more. Our Excellency, Senator Monde, our governor of Edo, Executive Governor, you have to do more when it comes to that light issue. We are suffering. There are some of us who can provide electricity for ourselves, solar and all that. Maybe a generator, this was the case, maybe, but not everybody. And so at this junction, I think it is expedient that our governor looks straight into this issue and solve this problem. What would I call it? I don't know the right English to use. The right English right now, we have serious problem when it comes to light. Businesses are going down. Those selling drinks, those who have koro, without generator, you can't do anything. And the J is on the high side. Those small jewelry, those are better past our neighbor. We used to buy them 30,000, 10,000. Now you can't buy it. Then the other one is the Tiger and the LMX, 1 point something for ordinary generator. So it doesn't make any sense at all. So begging on our executive governor, the governor that knows what to do, to please to look into us and save us from darkness. Then when it comes to these funny BDC people, we're raising a child that came from the US and the others. The first thing they learned in Nigeria is NEPA don't bring light. Children brought from abroad. The NEPA don't bring light. Can you imagine such? And so these funny people, 2 days, they'll bring the light on and off for 2 days. The next thing they'll come with their estimated billing. They start dragging people, wires and all that. It's high time. I think it's high time we stand our ground and let them know that we're not fools. We are Nigerians. We all own this nation. It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nobody, and it's for everybody. We should stand our ground and fight for our rights. This year, but may they pack, may they go. NEPA still better pass. You can't go out at night when there is no light. The security issue. Is what the government is trying. I cannot chrome them in one day, but we individual too. Like the police used to say something, say something. But sometimes when you say something, they use it as a bait, and so we need to. Edo State government need to give us security as well. Nightlife in Benin is almost gone, but I also want to say kudos to our governor. For the first time, it was December free of bloodshed. It was wonderful. December, look, we have most of our people in Nigeria right now, those living in diaspora, those living abroad. Many of them came December and this January. And, they came and they're enjoying it. So I believe our excellent governor, our excellency can do more about that to give us more security. Like those if you're traveling from Benin to Akure, Benin to Ifon, those roads are no-go area at night. You can't date. So I believe with all hands on deck and our governor and the police, our CP, let's hope and pray for our action governor to do something about insecurity.
ADDC, since they came in, I don't think they have done well by my own assessment. And darkness is synonymous with demonic things. And they have thrown their city into darkness. Benin City, Edo State as it were, is in darkness. And I think that the government should step into the matter to do something about the situation. Because the way I look at it is that, for me, I think it is deliberate. Because there are some areas that have light. They call it dedicated light. So why can't everybody have the same light? Because there are areas for 2 weeks no light, for 1 month no light. Some people have 3 hours a day. Some people have 1 hour. And if they bring light in these 20 years, so people shout, hey, they'll be saying up NEPA instead of up BEDC, which is BEDC. So the thing is that government should step in and help us. People are dying, and most people are paying for darkness. They go there, they threaten people, they bring light when it is mountain for 3 days, 2 hours, 3 days, they come and collect money and they shut it down again. So I think the government should step in. If they are going to be thrown out, they should be thrown out and bring people who can give us light, who are ready to pay. It was privatized. That was a good intention by government, but the people that did it, I'm sure they gave it to their cronies who does not know anything about the management of light, and that's why we are where we are. It has really hampered nightlife because we don't work in darkness. And then the only thing that is helping us now is this solar, and people put everywhere. And some persons that have money to buy diesel and buy fuel, it's not everybody that have that kind of money. So it has really disturbed or hampered nightlife, but government is trying to bring it back by putting street light and everything. So we commend them. We pray that God will give government more power, more strength, more wisdom to do what they have to do. And the individuals are also trying by helping to lighten up everywhere. So we praise them. But for BEDC, I think they should go. We need better people.
The situation of electricity in Benin here now, I will give them at least 30%. They don't even up to 50% from the areas. But I wish the government can improve, because if you see what they happen to us now, we all they use our hand to define electricity. Some of us they go generator for us, some of us we get solar, some of us they go generate big blister. All these people get like hotel. So I wish the government they really improve for electricity. All those generators will become condemned for our hand. You understand? So people not going to go for it. And money now they need to put, because that energy, that light will really linger. If light day for this, imagine if you come for here for Silok Road now, government already put light, but in the evening everywhere will be dark. So where there's light, everything, even the security aspect of itself, with anything concerning light is too plenty. Maybe one particular. So we need light. If I come out for office now, if light no day, we will buy generator. At least from office I buy at least, if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 every day for sure. Imagine times 1 month, na big money. Until money. From there, I will go see look at this, make come here say we go for solar. We can use solar to stabilize them, because solar they give us more, make savings from the fuel aspect of it. So if you get light, nothing like light, your light can carry AC, can carry everything for us. And to the noise, no go even give you that noise issue. So we prefer light more than any other thing.
The light is our problem. We are suffering for light. You can see our business without light, we cannot improve. We need light. The show of light is difficult for us. It's very, very, very low. I don't know if you get it, very low. We need light. The show of light in Edo State is very poor. Patronage is very low. You can see we import fuel at least every day 10,000, 15,000 a day. But you can stay 2 days, 3 days, no light. The show of business is very, very, very low. Very low. So we are begging government to improve on light aspect. That light, you cannot sell bulb, you cannot sell fan. You understand? When you have light, you prepare to buy fan. Not everybody can provide solar for his house. Actually, we need light.
Electricity in Benin City or in Edo State has been with mixed feelings, because to some they will give the positive nod that they are faring well with the supply of electricity, are not doing enough to satisfy a customer by way of ensuring that you get what you pay for. For those who are using prepaid meter, there are reports that suggest that even the prepaid meter is even overbilling or overcharging consumers as against what the government is telling us. Only recently we discovered that the BDC keep complaining that the generation company is not supplying them what they ought to get, which will in turn affect the consumer. And even at a point, they also raise the issue of federal government owing them. But just recently, the federal government has paid a huge sum of money to liquidate what they are owing this distribution company. But looking at the experience of consumer in terms of the electricity supply, it is so appalling. They will either give you excuse of faulty transformer, which they left for the consumer to contribute money to fix, whereas it is supposed to be the onus of BDC to fix the transformer so that they can in turn supply electricity to the consumer who pay for that service. It's like you are buying a recharge card. I am not sure that the recharge card you buy is what they give you. It varies from quarter to quarter. It varies from consumer to consumer. For example, for those who have been using the analog or the estimated billing, you will discover that whatever they bring, which is not subject to negotiation, by the time you now procure your own prepaid meter, they will bring everything inside the bill and begin to roll out deductions arbitrarily without consulting with the consumer. Even the estimated billing they brought was not even discussed by the consumer. So, and there is nobody that is there to advocate for the consumer or to leverage on the complaints. Nobody to complain to. So that makes it very, very heartbreaking. So for me, I believe the federal government and indeed the lawmaker, the National Assembly, should set up a body where consumers can run to and lay their complaints so that there can be an equilibrium between the consumer and the BDC, for example.
To wrap it up on Viewpoint on ITV, we're going to be highlighting some of the key issues that was actually mentioned by our respondents, which some said it is as a result of poor maintenance, gas supply shortage, and poor metering, just to list but a few. And the government at all levels, they are expected to do the needful and do the right thing to ensure steady power supply for citizens in order to boost means of livelihood, especially for business owners in the country. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okunji.
ITV, certainly the best.
Top on the list of the initiates was the eldest son of the Esama of Benin and former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakare Igbenedion. 11 of his siblings, namely Bright Ayamekwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osemwige Igbenedion, Peter Osawari Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osanwi Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osarene Igbenedion, Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Uponwa Ernest Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorigi Igbenedion, Agbong Steve Igbenedion, as well as the Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Ugbeide Nwonse. It was a vital aspect of Okada community's cultural heritage, which emphasized the significance of age, responsibility, and community service. Over 50 notable sons of Okada were also initiated. According to tradition and customs, those initiated, dressed in white traditional attire, were made to undergo some rituals, while the Odionwe pronounces blessings on them and assisted them to take a seat with the elders.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thanks for staying with us on the program Icons on Independent Television. My guest on the program today is an established health practitioner, Dr. Elizabeth Okorowa Okoje, popularly called Dr. O. Dr. O, it's good to have you on the program Icons on ITV.
Thank you for having me.
There's a part of your life that I'm also quite interested in about your impact in the medical field. Your dream was to go to the US and go to school. In a sense, that did not come on time. You went into business. And then, of course, somewhere along the line, babies started coming. And so share with us briefly your history, your journey in terms of your medical practice.
Okay. So what happened was, after the clothing and the fashion and all of that, so I now saw that when they invited me to one big event, that I know devil always try to come into marriages. So my eyes said, is not taking me. So the friend said, I will take you. The friend took me to this place to sell clothes, do all my thing. He was taking notes. Then he now went to Africa. I took their next flyer. They were advertising the next event. He took their flyer. Then the next event, nobody came to my shop. Then they said, we bought this $20 over there. And when there was him, I'm like, what?
Your ex-husband?
Like the friend that took me there. Okay, he said I was making money. When they had
trying to undercut you.
So when that came, I said, you know what can I do now? What can I do now? I said, okay, how about I go to travel and tourism school? Because they had it in the school I went to before to learn how to type. I asked them, they said, you can do it in 3 months. I did it in 3 months. Then I was looking for a job. Nigeria Airways was there. I went to sell myself in Nigeria Airways. Nigeria Airways said, yes, we can use you. So I started being like a leg worker for Nigeria Airways, bringing them tickets, selling tickets, going to events, telling people
like an agent.
Like an agent. I sell tickets now, Then from there, I saw this cruise line and travel. I went into there owned by an Italian man. So the man was so big, I had 2 daughters big. So I was the one now taking care of them. I'm an agent to work selling tickets to, but I will go out of my way. I'll hear the man coughing. I'll go there, Papa, you okay? I'll sit in.
It's like a care job.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was an agent selling tickets.
I mean, for the Italian man and his children, you said the man was on the big side.
Yes, I wasn't there for that. Okay. That was just humanitarian part of me. Yes. Okay. So I will not prep him. I will not do this. I will not say, you don't eat too much. Don't eat small. So I would not see me talking to them like something that will happen tomorrow. So the man became so close to me. He said, you are my daughter now. You are my daughter that is slim. These ones are fat. Then before you know, one day I came to work. Then some Nigerians, I came to introduce them to the man that these are my Nigerian people. They go to buy tickets from us. So I was the one selling tickets everywhere. So at the end of the day, I came to the office early. The man came. He said, I should make him coffee. So I went to make coffee for him. As I was bringing the coffee, the man died on the spot right there. So then the daughters, they went into smoking, all day. Before you know, the other daughter died.
Wow.
Then the other one remained and told me, Elizabeth, how about I just buy this thing from me? Can you afford the place? I said, yes. So he said, buy it. I said, okay. So the travel agency became mine.
Wow.
So I started doing, and I turned it to Lee's Travel. The Lady Chris Fashion.
Lady Chris Fashion to now Lee's Travel.
Then Lee's Travel started going worldwide. I started selling tickets everywhere. So from there, anybody that want to buy tickets, they must come to me. So I applied to be a consolidator. People look at my volumes, so they gave me the title to be a consolidator. They made my business to be a consolidator.
Okay.
So after that, I was not still thinking about school yet. Then I was no baby yet. Then I was not trying to see, okay, since I can't have children, what can I do? I went to all the doctors. They said nothing wrong with me. They said, well, you have fibroid, but your fibroid is not in the front, it's at the back. That's not why you're not getting pregnant. So later I now found a trick where I was not getting pregnant. So I now decided to work on that trick. Then before you know, the doctor said, we need to do surgery. When we do this surgery, we want to make sure that your womb is set well. I'm going to do exploratory surgery to see what is going on. We put a pump through your navel and look at everything. I said, no problem. Book me for the test. We're waiting. I went for pre-admission testing. I was supposed to go for the surgery the next day. So my ex was upset, you know, not being able to pray and all of that stuff. Said they are giving him pressure, you know, from home and all of that stuff. Then I said, you know, you can go to Nigeria and get married to another woman. I don't care. But I will be okay. Now we have children. If you're patient, children will come. So at the end of the day, I now saw my phone blinking message. First thing in the morning, 5 a.m., I'm supposed to go to the hospital to pray for the surgery. I pressed the button. It was Dr. Murphy. Because one of my relatives, my best friend, the wife got pregnant, and the very day the baby was, they said the baby was going to be born. That's when the baby was born. So the lady now told me the doctor is very good. Was able to tell the exact date. Go see that doctor. So I went to see Dr. Murphy. I said, can I see your hands? He gave me your hands. I pray on his hands. I said, with this your hands, doctor, you will give me a child, because I'm looking for children. It's like, it's becoming too much now. I've been married for 5 years, no pregnancy. Then always making money. So then the doctor now left a message for me. That's when he ordered for that test. And the pre-admission testing came now. In pre-admission testing, they check your blood, they check everything to see if you can withstand the surgery. They always also run to see if you are pregnant. So I sent a message, Elizabeth, you don't have to come to the hospital today. Oh, man, sis, we're pregnant. We're 8 weeks pregnant. Wow. I said, 8 weeks pregnant? When I was running up and down, I carried my Bible, my chaplet. I put my brass couple, I put it around my waist. Food, I'm not the near stove again. No. I'm pregnant. Oh. Before you know, I really have my son, wow. My oldest son, wow. Who is 34 years old now. Wow. He'll be 35 in April. Wow. So we thought that was it. I said, okay, I have a baby now. So I can start my business. So I can start going back to my airline business and everything. So before you know, I was just like doing business again, not even thinking about school again or even nothing. I started doing, the money was coming everywhere. Okay. So at the end of the day, I was so sick. And I was getting big in a very funny way. So then I called my doctor. I said, I don't feel good. He said, don't tell me you're pregnant again. So we went to do the test. They said, I'm pregnant. Then they now said, you are just 12 weeks pregnant. You just missed your period, right? I said, I didn't even remember whether, because I just had a baby. Yeah. So now, they now did the ultrasound. They came, they said, oh, the fibroids are getting big. You have a baby and so many fibroids, and the fibroid look like hot dog shape. I'm like, what? I go home, I started getting big. Look like a man, hair all over my body. And I was only like 2 months pregnant. So I called my doctor, I said, I can't move, I can't do nothing. We got to find out what is going on. This is not pregnancy. He said, okay, I'm in the office. Come to the office. I said, I can't. I have to call the ambulance to take me. They had to remove my door to take me to the doctor's office. When my doctor saw me say, oh, shit, what is going on with you? I said, I don't know. You say I'm pregnant. So they now run ultrasound. The doctor now just ran, the girl ran out. Went to call the doctor. The doctor said, oh, my God. 1, 2, 3, triplets. Wow. Then my wife said, wow, do they have triplets? I go my wife. They born 3 babies. I never see you. This so yeah, the doctor, they were planning, was telling the doctor, what can we do? The doctor said, well, there's something we can do. We can take 2 out and leave 1. I said, doctor, God forbid. He said, you know, we're thinking about you now, sister. That's my doctor. Because you have fibroids, you know, the babies will never survive. Yeah. I said, you are not my God. Give me your hands again. Should I pray for him? That's how they took me to the hospital. I was there for 5 months. Wow. I was in the hospital for 5 months. I didn't move. I was counting, and I was still doing my airline business. That was when I lost that business. The guy that was, when I had the baby, we were still in 1-bedroom apartment. And I said, we can't live like this. Babies crying everywhere, police coming every day. They think that my baby, I'm abusing my child. Yeah. When they call, they see that I have 4 kids. Yeah. So then I said, you know what? I told my ex, I said, you know, you remember I told you I was saving money. I said, I'll be saving money. Let's go buy a house. I found a house we can buy. He said, buy a house, okay? Yeah, for white neighborhood. No. I said, no, let's go there because we can't be in 1-bedroom apartment with these kids. So I went there. Before you know, everything just went through. Boom. Bought a beautiful house. The house, they said, it was $159,000. So I gave them $100,000. My husband was like, where did you see this money? I said, well, since money was all the time, I started to learn how to save because I know we have children. So before you know, I bought that house. We were in that house, triplex. My house was full. Everywhere, people coming and going. Wow. America, God bless America. Wow. Nurses, home-hearted, everybody. Me, I didn't really do nothing. What they were doing, they would just say, sit down. I would sit down, we would just be pumping the milk in a gallon for kids. You know, at the end of the day, I went to, one of them called me. They said, for your mental health, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to school. I always say I want to go to school. Then my doctor, the pediatrician said, you should really go to school and become a pediatrician. Wow. Because I never took my kids to the doctor. Yeah. I checked them at home, do everything.
So that's when you went into medical practice and studied?
No, then when I wanted to go to school, I have a mentor, an uncle. Not really an uncle, it was a family friend. Okay. He's a family friend, but he became like my father now.
Father, like a mentor?
Yeah. Daddy Oshokbekai, Mike Oshokbekai. Okay. Very smart man. So, and he said, you know, I will take you to the university, King University, because then I didn't have no papers yet. So I will guarantee you, because he went to that school with flying colors. I will guarantee you to go to the school. So Mr. Bridges was the admission officer, so they did all they have to do. He said, is she smart? I remember him asking Daddy, he said, is she as smart as you? Yeah. I said, yes, I'm very smart. I said, anything I do now, if it's 4 years, I will do it 2 years. He said, no. And the maximum you can do, the minimum you can do is 3 years. Yeah. I said, okay, I'll do it 3 years. Then the uncle said, you know what, don't go and be doing all those business administration, because I did home economics in college of education. Very good at it. Father Mesa used to use me to sing everywhere. So, and my uncle, Sele Jeme, may so rest in peace, and the wife is still alive. He was really there for me. He is the one that I say, you know what, I'm going to make him proud. You know what I mean? So he got me a job with NCE for level 8. What was my interview? And I got there, he just told them my niece know how to cook, my niece know how to dance. Father Mesa said, can you dance for us? I started dancing, flipping and all of that. They said, we got the job. So I was teaching in a dancing catering school in Benin City. Okay. So on that note, all that experiences that I went to America, I saw America, I thought America was good. Yeah. I gave my stuff out here. When I get to America, I'm going to buy another one. Get to America, press button, food will come. America is a struggle country. You have to be able to know what to do. You have to be able to make something out of nothing.
As we conclude now, what's your advice to younger people who today believe that they want to enjoy the best of life, but that commensurate work, that hard work, that determination and commitment to make a difference is not there? People just still believe that you can go abroad and then pick the monies from the trees, pick the monies on the road, and then you are going to. In 1 minute, what's your advice?
Okay. So what I would tell the yoga fools is that don't stay and let things come to you. You have to be the one to work and get it. Like I do motivational speaker actually. Okay. Go to universities, cities during the history month. Then I have my own talk show in America. So, which I'm branding here now, you know, Get Inspired.
TV?
Yeah, Get Inspired with Dr. O. Okay. So I'm getting my own channel TV here so I can, you know, bring it to my country and impact the country too, you know. So I always tell the young kids, I say, you know what? The life you want to live tomorrow can be determined today. Don't wait. Don't look at anybody. And don't be afraid to fail. Because when you fail, all you have to do is to take a deep breath, re-strategize, see why you fail, and continue moving. Why people don't make it, young people, they think that things can just be given to them. And that is how I raised my kids. I have 4 kids as a single mother. My kids were just entry teenager, middle school. When I woke up one day, I became a single mother. 4 kids, 3 the same age. I'm like, okay, Elizabeth, are you going to just lay there If I go down, my kids go down. So I have to make sure I don't go down, because if I go down, they will go even more.
Yeah.
Because me, I have some African survival instincts.
Yeah.
But this case in America, they are taught this in school. Because if you think America is just a country where people just see things coming, it doesn't come. I tell people, it's easier to be successful in an undeveloped country than developed country. Everybody hustling want to go to America. If you cannot make it here, when you go to America, it's still the same thing. You're not going to make it. You have to be able to have a foundation, have a good foundation. Get inspired. That's why I have my program, Get Inspired with Dr. O Concept. Because I am the mama of everybody. I'm the mother of everybody. Go to New Jersey, mama, oh, mama, oh, mama, oh, mama, oh, mama Hollywood. My entertainment business is Hollywood. Mama, oh, mama Hollywood. Mama, oh, mama, my children's friends call me Mama Africa. Then my colleagues call me the Dogu Mama. So I'm like a one-stop center for everybody.
Okay.
People come, they tap on me first. What do we do? I start to see myself telling them, educating people how to really go from angle A to angle B. Okay. And when you fail, don't give up. Keep striving. Make sure you keep going. Focus. Work with people that are positive. If you have friends that are all they talk is negative, that will never get you anywhere. I always look for people that are better than me.
Okay.
So that I can learn from them.
Okay.
That's what you need to do.
All right.
And it's easy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been very, very inspiring, insightful, talking with you, hearing from you directly what your journey and how your journey has been in life and the experiences that you've had. And I know that this is very beneficial to viewers out there. Dr. O, thank you so much for coming on the program.
No
thank
problem.
You. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That's
Thank
our
you.
package for this week of the program Icons on Independent Television. Hope you had a great time with us. Be sure to join us same time, same station next week. We'll bring you another segment of the program. Till then, stay blessed and bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Ojúde aṣáájú ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ́. Ayaba sọ́kè ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ́. Ọ̀dọ̀yẹ àtọ́jú ọbẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́pẹ́. Ẹgbẹ̀júwà.